Kill the demons of my mind.
Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jose and today we will continue with our project drawing. But first, I would like to invite you to follow me on my social media, Facebook and Instagram. I'll be posting important information related to the courses I'll be developing on this channel. Also project samples like this one and important information that could be helpful and on your daily activities. So please follow me on this social media. On the last video, we'll learn how to create our own blogs. And now I'm going to teach you how to insert blogs from websites. Maybe if you have an emergency or you don't have sufficient time to create your own blogs, you will have to go to websites. But I always recommend you to try to create your own blogs because that way you can control the information you're putting in. So try as much as you can to create your own blogs. So let's check this website. The name of this website is Autocad. You can come here and you can enter with your Gmail account or any other account you have. And the only thing you need to do is to type the name of the blog that you need. For example, table blogs, and you will have a lot of options that you can download. But please always try to click here for free blogs and here on DW. Okay, now we get table blocks. So now we have here all the blocks related to table. Let's use this one. Need to download. Once we got the block, we need to open it. So I'm going to choose, I think, this table. Okay, as you can see, this table is behaving as a block because all the elements works as a one element. So the first thing we need to do is to explode the block. Now the block is not together anymore. Now then the next thing is to change everything to layer 0. And now we need to create the block table block would be the name. Pick point could be this one. Any intersection that you think that is okay for you to move the block along your drawing. Block units have to be the same units that we are using on our drawing, inches, and select object. Okay. Now the size changed because we changed the unit, so this is something that could happen. Don't worry. So remember, it's important to follow these steps. Be sure that everything is on layer 0. You don't want to have another layers on your drawing once you copy this block. Be sure that all the lines are by layer and change the unit and everything I changed when I was creating the block. So now let's copy the block to our drawing. So you have to select it, use Ctrl C, Ctrl V. So as you can see, we can copy the block wherever we want. So we're going to drop this block over here. So it's in the layer 0 and we don't see any other layer. That normally when we download blocks from website and we copy directly to our drawing without editing the features, they will come with a lot of layers that only will make our drawing heavier, and we don't need to do that. So I always invite you, and I always recommend you to edit your blocks. So let's erase this one. Okay. For this architecture, I have all the blocks. I will leave in these blocks on the video description. So this is the blocks that we need. We're going to start with selecting all the blocks, Control C and Control B here. Let's close this one. So once we have all the blocks here, I recommend you to turn off the layer of grid lines and the dimensions. Okay, let's change the layer. So now we can turn it off the dimensions and also the ceiling tiles. Okay, now we have space free for us. I think we need to turn off this one also. Okay, the first thing we're going to move is this table, because we're going to start with the reception. So as you can see, we have this large table here. So this is the first thing we're going to move. So we select this one, Control C, and let's put it over here. And let's move it to this wall. Okay, but here we have a situation because this table is right in front of the door. Here on the example, we didn't have the doors location, so we assume that the best location will be in the middle point of these two columns. So this is an example project, so we can, play a little bit with the position of the furniture. What I'm going to do is, rather to leave this table over here, I'm going to make a mirror and I'm going to put it to this side. So mirror, select, and we can copy this one to this side. We erase this one. In the real life, before changing any furniture or element position, you need to ask first to your, contractor, maybe to your architect or engineer, so he will give you the okay to perform these changes. Okay, now I'm going to create the layer for tables. So the first thing I'm going to do is tables 001, and I'm going to choose a color like could be this one, 32. Okay, will be the type of line will be continuous and lightweight default. So let's select this one and let's change the table to from layer 0 to layer table. Now the next thing is 2 tables together and 3 printers. So let's move this table first. This one will be over here. This one here. Let's change both of them to table layer. I think we need to move a little bit forward here. Okay, much better. Now let's bring the printers. The printer is over here. Copy. I'm going to change the position of this printer. Rotate. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. I think this position is more realistic because you can see when the paper is getting in and getting out. Okay, now let's create the layer for printers. Printer 001, and the color could be maybe this blue. 150 selected. Okay, now we have our printers. The next thing is okay, we have two shares over here. This one is here, and this one have to be rotated 90 degrees. Let's put it over here, and let's put it over here. Okay, let's create the layers for share. Share. And this one could be maybe this color 110. Okay. Okay, now we have our shirts, the tables, and also the printers. Now we need to bring the X-ray machine. So we need to create a mirror here because we changed the position of the table. So mirror. Okay, we have to move this and put it over here. Okay, great. So let's create a layer for the X-ray machine. X-ray machine 001. I'm going to use this color. Okay. I think it's better if we left layer 0 because it's the original layer, and I think we save more time rather than changing constantly. So let's just change this one. X-ray machine. Okay, the X-ray machine is there. Now let's bring the table. Let's rotate this minus 90 degrees, and let's move it a little bit backwards. Okay, let's create the layer now. Table PC 001. And the color could be maybe this one. This gray. Okay. Table PC. Okay. What else we have here? We need to bring people. We need to bring our people. So we're going to leave person over here. Maybe another person over here. Another over here. We need to rotate this one 90 degrees. Here. Okay, let's create the layer for people. This layer. Okay. Okay. I think our reception is finished. Yeah, we have like another table over here, but maybe here what we need to do is move this a little bit. No, I think we're going to leave the reception like this one, and also we have to create the block for the door that will connect the reception area with the offices area here on in the hexagon. So let's change the layer to doors. And here. So we're going to apply the same technique. First, we're going to use rectangle, and we're going to choose a point, maybe over here, and this will be 3 inches, comma, minus 3 inches, enter. So now we need to create the other side of the frame, and for that we're going to create a line from here. And normally doors has like normally a door has around 2 feet 6 inches wide, and based on this we are going to create a mirror. Okay, the thickness of the door normally is around 1.5 inches, so I'm going to use this value to create this part of the door. Now I'm going to rotate this one 90 degrees. Remember that I told you that normally on architectural drawing doors are represented opened, so I didn't want to do it here because I have the shades over here, so I want to, see the details on the shades. But here we can leave this open. Now we need to use trim, enter, and cut this one, and this one, and erase this one. And with arc, let's create an arc to represent that the door is open, the effect of the door opened. Let's change this line. I think we need maybe this one. This one is okay. Once we finished the door, we can create the block. Enter. It will be inner door. Pick point. Say this one. Select object. This one. This one. Enter. Block units inches is the same, so now we can create. Okay, and we have the block. Well, I think the reception blocks are finished. We don't need to add any other block uh, on this phase. Maybe we will add another blocks on the design phase, but so far I think we finished here. So let's continue with the offices blocks. So here we need 4 tables. So we are going to copy the same table we have here. So copy, and we're going to put it over here. We need to rotate this 90 degrees. Okay, I'm going to put this table here, a little bit closer to the column, a little bit closer to the column. And I'm going to create 2 copies more. 1 and 2. Let's put it more to the center point. Here. Okay, now we have our 4 tables. So now we need the big table. This table is, I think it's not the table for, having meetings or maybe having lunch or meals. So let's change this block to our table blocks. Okay. And now we need another table with a printer over here. So I'm going to choose this one. Okay, and now I'm going to move it to this corner and rotate it minus 23 degrees. Okay, our table is there. Let's continue with the kitchen. We need to add the kitchen items and also the table. So we need to copy first the table from this point to this point. Okay, it's there. Okay, let's create a layer for this table. So it will be table kitchen, it will be table 002. And the color could be maybe this yellow, or this green, sorry. I think this green will be okay. Let's close this. And let's change it. Okay, it's there. So now we need to move the rest items. We need to move the sink, stove, microwave, and the fridge. I'm going to move them at the same time. So I'm going to put it over here. Okay. Now I'm going to select all the items. Yeah, I'm going to rotate it in a free way to save a little bit of time. I think here will be okay. Okay, let me move the fridge out, I think here, and the other items here. Okay, maybe the microwave could be forward. So I'm going to create a layer for the kitchen items. So it will be kitchen items 001, and the color could be maybe this blue. Okay. So let's change the layer of all these items. Kitchen item. Okay. What else we have? I think we need a waste basket. So let me take the waste basket is over here. Okay, I'm going to put waste basket over here. One over here. One could be here. And maybe this one here. I need to rotate this. I'm going to put all the waste baskets in the kitchen items layer. So here, okay. Then we can put another one here. Also could be great if we put maybe a chair over here, so the person who is living or is waiting to check his information can wait on a chair, sitting in a chair. Okay, so I think we finished with the office area. Now let's continue with the bathroom. Okay, here in the bathroom, we need to check first if we have any other partitions. We have two partitions. We have this one after the lockers and this one after or just in front of the toilets. So let's copy first the toilets. So here we have the toilet. So let's copy from here. So we can drop the toilet over here, and we are going to copy from this point to this point, so both will have the same spacing. Now let's create a layer for toilets, or maybe bathroom or restrooms items 001. Maybe this one. Okay, let's close it and let's change the layer. Okay, what else? Now I think we need to create partitions. So we need to change the layer to internal walls, and we need to create the partition. The first partition will be the one in front of a toilet. We need to create a line from here up 4 inches, and then just up to here. Here I recommend you to move the walls just to the intersection point. Avoid, crossing walls if you don't have a column over there. So now we have that partition erased. So let's use trim, and let's cut this one and this one. Okay. Now we need to bring the locker, CO locker, from here to here, and I think we have another locker. We need the single one. I don't know why, but both restrooms should have the same amount of lockers, but just let's follow the image. So let's change the layer to restrooms items. Okay. The next partition could be the one next to the lockers, and also there is another one. Okay, so let's create a wall from here with line. Be 2 feet 8 inches. Enter. Okay, 3 inches thick, and close. We have our first partition. Now let's make a mirror. It could be from here. Enter. And this one is longer. I think we need to move this back and then over here. Okay, it's okay. Let's erase this one. Sorry. Let's erase this one and use extend. Enter and click, and we have the other partition. We need to create another line here, from here. Okay, let's bring the sink. There's the sink. Okay, it's here. CO copy. So let's rotate this one, put it here, and this one here. Let's change the layer to restrooms item. Okay, and let's create a line from here. I think 1 feet 5 inches, and close it here. And let's take the same elements we have here, and let's rotate it. Okay, let's rotate them with 90 degrees. Okay, and let's move it to here. And now we have the sink. What else we need to do here? Oh, there is another partition next to the toilet, so it will be like a line. And offset 3 inches, enter, CO, copy, and here we have the last partition. Okay, if we check our drawing, what else do we need to do? We have all the elements in the reception, we have all the elements in this area, the office area, and oh, we need to do a door over here. So let's make the door, I think could be here. So let's create a line from this middle point to this middle point, and an offset of 3 inches. Enter. Now we need to use trim. Enter, and erase all this line. We need to close this element with line. Enter, and line again. Enter. Now we need to create the same element, but we need to create an offset of 2 feet 6 inches. This offset will be from here to here. Enter. We need to adapt this one. Smaller, and again offset. We need to close this, copy, and we need to erase the rest of the line with trim. Enter. We need to erase this one, this, and this one. Oh, sorry, also this one. Okay, now the last thing is to make a line between this and this, and for the middle point, rotate, select both of them, and 90 degrees. Close the 2 sides of the door. Enter, and let's create an arc. 3 points. This is the first point. Let's deactivate F8, the second point, and the third point. Let's change type of line here, and let's create the block. Be hexagon, or maybe office door. Big point would be this one. Block unit inches. We need to select all the elements, enter. Okay, now we have a block. We need to change this to doors layer. Okay, I think with this we finish to insert all blocks to our drawing. We need to erase all this one. Erase. Let's activate again the layer of the ceiling tiles, dimensions, grid lines, and numbers. We have pretty much everything there. We need to create a dimension with the Mali from this side to this side. And let's change the layer to the dimension, sorry. And let's create another dimension here. Enter. Okay, now our architectural drawing is finished. Okay, the other thing I recommend you is to lock all the layers, because that way, no matter what you are designing or drawing, that is not going to affect our architectural drawing. And also you can highlight your system over the architectural elements, because as you can see the color changed. So that way your system will be a highlighter and you can identify everything faster. So let's also lock this one. So you see now everything was locked. If I try to change this, move it, I can't because it's locked. So well guys, our architectural drawing is finished now. I hope you are happy with your result. If you have any doubt, do not hesitate to send it to me to the chat box. I will be really happy to answer your comments or questions. I hope you are safe and your family as well. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, because that will allow me to continue with this type of video. Stay tuned. Take care. Bye.